What? That's a terrible way to maintain an armor. Really? So here's the thing that the game doesn't tell you early on, but you find out pretty quick. Is your guys can only carry X amount of items, and that includes their weapons. So you have to do a bit of team management as far as items go. So now I have 3 medical herbs, but nobody else has any. So you go over to item, give. One to Chester. And so now everybody has 2. We also have 1 respawn, essentially, and 1 anti-poison. And we have space for 1 more item. I love how fast the characters move. You know what? It doesn't sound like you're okay with it. I always thought, as a kid, it was really irritating to have a barrel like that one in the corner right there that you can't actually reach. Like, to me, it was always like, why even have it there? All you do is kind of make it seem like, you know, I should be able to get to it, you know? Thanks for the tip. Why? Oh, it's so annoying. Love this little trick too. Well, it doesn't seem to be happening here, but normally in these kind of rooms, you go under the blanket, and so it looks like you're sleeping. Neat little way to, you know, get people into bed without having to actually put them to bed, you know. Because I guess it was, you know, obviously it's one more thing to animate, so. I doubt that. Well, then again, I mean, maybe that's why he's the scout, right? Because he has crazy eyes that can see anything. Yeah, I know exactly why. Because the teacher's here, dumbass. What are you talking about, dude? It's the king. The king can do what he wants. Treasure! Oh! Alright. Again, that's another thing about these older games. You want to do everything but what you're supposed to do. Otherwise, you miss stuff. Since we're not playing on essentially easy, we don't want to. We want to do our best not to miss anything. Delivering a package. Except for we're not going to follow him. Not yet. What's up, King? The only book the King has is Making a Run. Ah! See, and part of the reason why we're going through everything now is because, and like a lot of these games, it doesn't take long for areas to get cut off from, you know. So now we can come up here, but I believe once we do the found some panties. But I believe once we do the ancient room, ancient sealed room, this area becomes sealed off for us. So even though there really wasn't anything in there, we just got that one dialogue about being embarrassed by panties. We didn't want to miss that. Wait, well, I mean, I guess it didn't happen. Yeah. So we got all the extra items we can get. We can't upgrade our equipment yet, which means we have to go in with the wood stuff. And if I remember correctly, we end up fighting some devils who seem to be pretty resistant to the fact that we only have wood weapons. You know, garbage. That's another thing about this game is there's a lot of places like this where you have all this area to explore and there's nothing there. A lot of emptiness. But I'm not sure if it's the fact that I'm just used to your games where you want to look everywhere. But it is one of those things. Steve built it. You should totally walk on it. No? It is well, I'm sorry. Get him, Gandalf. Yeah, huh. I think this game and to a degree, Final Fantasy Tactics 2 really got me into SRPGs. If I remember correctly, these guys don't have any AoE attacks that you have to really worry about. So what we want to do is we want to kind of group up a little bit and see if we can maybe draw one or two of them down and not fight them all at once. Because there's no like maximum amount of turns. Remember these guys being a little more aggressive than this. But I love how fast everything moves. There we go. I can't remember how much they actually heal, but I do know there we go. So I do know that magic is in short supply, even in this beginning battle, so I don't want to go too crazy. Now we are going to heal here. Fuck me. You gotta be kidding me. The good news is, we can just go back up there. Bad news is I think we have to start the battle over again. Let's just double check real quick. The bright side, you keep your XP, so, you know, there's not that much of a loss here. But it is an irritant. Especially considering how many screens you have to go through to get back there. On the other hand, if one were so inclined to grind, it's not a bad way/place to do it. Now you gain XP based on your level in comparison to your opponent's level. So like early on, obviously, our level is quite a bit, you know, is a little bit lower than the Gizmo. so as a result, they do more. They do a decent amount of damage, and obviously we don't have much in the way of life. But were we to, like, as I said before, grind, like maybe do this mission like 4 times or something like that, we would get progressively less and less XP from fighting these guys, to the point where they're only getting this one back. You know, and it's the game's way of making sure that you don't, you know, over-level yourself, essentially. Because these guys don't change levels. Fortunately, this is actually working out, where Booze is getting the first hit, which softens him up every time, and then Chester's getting the finishing blow. And obviously killing the opponent gives you quite a bit more XP. Oh, that sucked. On the other hand, we could try to get Sarah to get the kill here. That'd be a big boon, XP wise. There you go. The great thing is, you only need 100 XP per level. So I think Booze is now at like 60 or 75 XP, and Chester is going to be around the same, if not higher. I think both of them are one hit or attack away from the next level. Nice. This is what we wanted to do before. We wanted to pull one at a time. Now this is twofold. One, this is basically Sarah's primary way of gaining XP is by healing. But two, for Sarah, this is also a way to level up her heal ability. As if I remember correctly, and I may not be, they're independent of one another. You may be saying, well, why not kill the one that's already injured? And the reason I didn't is not because I knew that was going to happen, but because I want Booze to get one of these kills. But I'll also take a free kill for Sarah as well. Again, these become harder for her to come by as it goes on. And the faster I can level up my healer, the better off I am. Great thing being that these guys will primarily go after Booze. They don't do like targets of opportunity, so they're not going to go after my healer because it's the better strategy. They're going to go after my leader because defeating my leader ends the battle. I gotta say, this is a terrible strategy. Damn it. There you go. Solid hit. Nice. Those are all randomly generated. I think it's a 1 to 2 scale, so they wouldn't have gotten much better anyway. I should also get him a level up. Yep. Kill it. Yeah, it's a non-corporeal devil. It's really not surprising that it's able to just kind of leave. You know, for our teacher here, Astro was not exactly the most intelligent guy. Now we are going to go and get to the king, but we want to make sure there's nothing else here, because I don't remember if there is. Nothing's here. Alright, before we go, I am gonna go grab another beer. As beer 1 is done. I can't use fingers. Too bad I can't.